got to do today. I'm building I'm building some trim pieces for an attic vent that'll go on. It's going outside of a friend's house. I already got I made a template. I don't have the vent with me, but it's 14 by 14. So I made a template with cardboard. Great workout today. My best deadlift. God, I'm gonna have to go back a while, man. Oh man, probably over 3 or 4 years ago, man. Yeah, I'd say about. Let's see. Wait a minute. 54 years old. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say 55. About 3 years. Best deadlift I've done in 3 years. 530 pounds for two for a double. I think it's that second rep that's gonna push me over the top in the strength gains, man. I've been doing doubles. 520 for two was last week. I think I'm gonna push it to I don't know, maybe 535 or 540 for a double. The next one. I want to get back up to where I was doing 285 for a double. That was a real stretch, though. I really busted my ass to get to that point. But I definitely had the best deadlift workout I've had in 3 years. Today, this afternoon at 57 years old. Yep. Boy, that person dipped out fast. Jeez. He just looked at me and said, I'm getting the hell out of here. How is everybody doing that's not out there anyways this afternoon? I just got off the trampoline for about 7.5 minutes after my deadlift. I'm not gonna post any more trampoline. Last time I went live and I was on that trampoline over here. This one over here. Let me see here. Where's the thing here? People acted like I killed Christ or something on that thing, for God's sakes, man. Jeez, I couldn't believe the reaction I got. It was horrible, man. It was like over 100 people were on. I didn't even see them because I was on that trampoline just bouncing and jumping around, getting some cardio in. And there must have been 20 haters on there. God, it was like I murdered somebody or something. Is it a crime to go to do cardio? I have no idea. I don't care about that. I don't eat ice. I'm down to once a week with the ice cream. I don't eat it that much anymore. All I got to do is I got the genetics. I look at food and I gain weight. Tactical something. Well, this is Jesus Does Love Me. He loves everybody. Yeah, I'm not going to do any silly bullshit today, or any day, that is. This is a sober powerlifting channel. We can talk about sobriety, your experiences in powerlifting or lifting in life. Yeah, absolutely. I love... If it wasn't for Jesus, I wouldn't be here right now. I would be in the throes of addiction. Yeah, it's crazy how people join this thing really fast. Okay, but all right, I'll go over what I said earlier. I had the best deadlift workout I've had in almost 3 years, about 3 years. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. This is, I just want to let that known. This is a sobriety, spiritual, powerlifting channel. Oh God! See, I don't want to hear any silly shit, so I'm gonna block people left and right. Just put them in 24 hours. All right. Yeah, this is a powerlifting channel. Basically, we talk about sobriety, how to better yourself. I had the best deadlift workout, like I was saying earlier. I did 530 pounds. I think it comes out to 241 kilograms for a double at 57 years old. I'm doing great. This is, like I said, you get a natural high, especially I'm 2 years clean and sober. Well, welcome, Michael. Congratulations on that. I have just about a decade and a half. I'm sorry, a decade and a half a year, so it would be 10 and a half years. Yeah, it's okay. Please repent and turn to God. Okay, we already got that point, yeah. Spain or Portugal, both of them. People are good everywhere. There's bad and good. Lying? Okay, I'll see you later, Central. Goodbye. I don't lie about anything. Did anybody work out today? Anybody work out? I am from Massachusetts, United States. Today was a very good workout, like I was saying, 530 or 241 kilograms for a double on the deadlift. Best one in 4 years. Yesterday I benched 395 on the bench. I also benched 315 for 11 and 365 for 4. The day before that, I squatted 435 for 6 reps, which is okay. I want to get up higher than that. I've been sober for 10 years and 6 months, just about, almost 6 months. January 11th, 2015, I got sober, locked up. I was locked up because of my addictions to alcohol and other drugs. I've had bottoms on just about every drug you can think of. Bottoms mean bad times. Welcome, Scotland. I am Scottish myself. I'm Highland Scotch, but it shows up in the DNA as Scandinavian. Yeah. I have a lot of pictures of my grandfather and stuff in World War I. He was in the Scottish Highland Division in World War I. That's the only grandparent I never met. I am from Massachusetts, southeastern Massachusetts, United States. Yeah, a Highland Scotch. I had a picture. We don't have a lot of the pictures anymore. I gave them to a cousin of mine, so he could give it to his last living son, who died not too long ago. Scott and Scandinavia are completely different. No shit, they're different. You don't know much about history about the Danes, do you? All right, I'm gonna block you because, yeah, you don't know too much about the Danes, do you? I bet you don't. What is that? What is the optimal number of sets and reps for dumbbell exercise? Trying to lose weight. I'm currently at 9 kilo dumbbell weight. I have already upped my protein. Losing weight is mostly in the kitchen, to be honest with you. You gotta get rid of the sugar out of your diet, and the simple carbohydrates, which turn into sugar anyways. Just stick with, I would stick with anywhere from 6 to 15 repetitions with the dumbbells, But I'm gonna block you right there, Alexa. You're a pain in the ass. You're talking dumb. Goodbye. No, I'm blocking you too for telling me what to do. Hello, everybody. Yeah, well, did anybody work out tonight? This is a powerlifting channel. Not one person's talked about working out. Just amazing, brother, especially something about my latest deadlift. Let's talk about working out. That's where the men grow some balls. They drop their balls when they work out with heavy weight, man. You don't want to be a pussy, you know what I mean? I'm 57 years old. I can still deadlift close to 600 pounds and bench over 400, That's where you grow some balls out there, man. Here in Ireland. Love your channel. Thank you, brother. God bless Ireland. I'm also a quarter Irish too. That's for sure. I show up as Irish. Okay, good. Well, I'm going to report your ass to nobody. I'm just going to block you. Goodbye. Yes, thank you. Did legs yesterday. PR and front squat. Wow, that's incredible. I couldn't do that. Yeah, my front squat's not very good. I end up dropping the weight, you know. Yeah, it's very good. That's a good exercise for Olympic lifters too, the front squat. You must have a huge back squat. You must have a 600-pound plus back squat then. All right, did legs yesterday. Are you really fit? Thank you, I appreciate it. I got right on the trampoline after I did the deadlifts. Just 7.5 minutes. I started off, I could only do that thing for a couple of minutes, but I'm building myself up on it. You know, get that cardio in. I want to get up to about, I can't do long, I get bored doing that shit, so I like to get up to 12 or 15. That would be good, you know. I like the Eagles better. ZZ Top's okay, but it's kind of a simple, I don't know, it's just not for me. I don't hate them, and I don't like them, though, either. The Eagles I like, though, but not to work out to, though. Maybe to cruise around or work to, do some work. But yeah, I had a great deadlift, a very good bench workout yesterday. 395 on the bench. I would like to get up to 400. Probably by next week I'll do 400 on the bench. Welcome everybody. Welcome Nishant. Welcome. No, I don't go to the gym. I just go next door to my own gym that I'm in right now. Who is this guy? I have started the overhead press, dumbbell front squat, row, deadlift, and lateral raise, and overhead extension along with You know, the 6,000 steps is very good, and I'm impressed with all of that. That's a good workout. Yeah, walking, you know, everybody's going to walk, and especially as we get older, and if you gain a lot of weight, even if it's muscle, you really have to stay up on top of the cardio. I found that out the hard way. I went to a concert, the Post Malone Jelly Roll concert, and we had to walk like 3 miles to get to the damn to the top of the stadium, man, and I was dying. So I said I got to throw in a lot more cardio now, so that you can change whatever. If you don't look good, feel like you look good, or you're weak in an area, or you're overweight, you can change that, man. As long as you're alive and able to, you can always change, man. You can change. I'm from Massachusetts, Roy. My dad's name was Roy, Tepes Roy. His name was Roy. Yeah, have I ever met a celebrity? Yeah, myself. I'm a celebrity. Myself, yep. I'm a powerlifting Hall of Famer in two different Hall of Fames, actually. No joint issues at all. Nope. None at all, man. Just strong joints. I learned how to do everything pretty much properly. What this man is lifting is pure brute strength. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. You know, even the haters that come on here, they drive me to. My dog is in the house. Is next door in my house. Okay, well, I've got to do some work around the house. Do you ever work out at any powerlifting gyms? I have, but very rarely worked out at powerlifting gyms. I would like to. There's none around the area. That's the problem. Yeah, I just go and do my competitions at powerlifting gyms. Really, that's why I bought all this equipment that's specialized for me, you know. Thank you, Charles Smith. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys, everybody that's nice and friendly, you know, and they appreciate what I'm doing here. Okay, you can be husband to whoever the fuck you want. I'm locking you. Silly stuff, boy. That's all right. Yeah, they're all views in the end. Yeah, I'm in a couple of powerlifting Hall of Fames, and I didn't start training until I was almost 48 years old. Here's one of them right here. Hall of Fame. I don't know if you can read it. My eyes are so bad now. There's me with Mike Birch. There's Larry Pacifico in the back with Vincenello. That's me getting my certificate for the Hall of Fame. And my 405 bench right there. Why am I not training? OIU are not training at all. I think so, Assad. I have a... My chest is not saggy at all, buddy. Yeah, I'm also a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified powerlifting referee, and I am a certified powerlifting coach. It's over there. I don't feel like going over there and getting it, though. Actually, you know what? Right now, I got to put this thing away anyway, so... that away. That's, let me see. Oh, I got to turn this around. Right there. Here's, I won the Best Lifter Award. Where is it? Best Lifter Award. Oldest guy there won the Best Lifter Award. Right there. So much for the saggy chest, you fucking asshole. You can kiss my ass. I got a 57, 58-inch chest. Solid. Thank you. I appreciate it. What do you think, everybody? Should I block Assad or should I keep him around so we can laugh at the fucking queer? Let me turn it back around here. Should I block that asshole? I think I will block him. We might keep him around for a little while. Okay, yeah, we'll kick his ass around, like kicking a can around the gym, you know? Yeah, you're better off home workout. You know what I was told? Yeah, let's laugh at the asshole. Yeah, I probably will stop blocking them. You know that? You're right, because they don't really bother me too much at all. They used to in the beginning. Let's be honest. Anybody would be bothered at first, maybe. Maybe not, though. You know, I can't speak for everybody. Yeah, you know what? I was told... okay, the story about how I got my home gym without action is merely a dream. True. Okay. Story about how I got my home gym. About a year and a half before COVID hit. I think it was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years before COVID hit. I was in another place. This gym has been moved 3 times. At an old girlfriend of mine's basement. What happened is her French drain got clogged. You know, I don't know if you know what a French drain. I'm gonna, yeah, I'll keep you around too. I don't give a shit. Just don't, you guys, people that ask stupid questions on here are really fucked up in the head, you know? You're not an adult. You're not an adult if you're asking stupid questions. But okay, let's start over again here. Okay, so I had this is about COVID, about, I'd say 2018. And the place where my gym is, where all my equipment was down in a basement. And the person's French drain got clogged. And the water, there was about a foot of water down in her basement. I hadn't bought my gym yet. So I went down there. We noticed that the cats weren't going down in the basement to use the litter box anymore. So I went down there, and there was a damn foot of water down there. So we had to throw everything out in the basement because the whole basement was full of a bunch of garbage anyways. Oh, I'm not going to answer you anymore, Assad. I have a damn tread. I have enough equipment in here. Right. I have a trampoline I just bounce around on, and I also have a spin bike. Assad is one of those weak, feminine guys. You know what they call him over at Assad? They call that guy, you know what they call him in Polynesia? They call him Fafafinas. They call you Assad, A-S-A-D. They call you Fafafinas over in Polynesian. You take the place for you take the women's role over there. It's normal though. You're okay over there in Polynesia, like in Hawaii and stuff. Hawaii and Samoa. You take the female role. Hey, welcome Moscow. I've been to Russia. I was in Russia in '93. Wonderful people. I went to St. Petersburg on a yacht back in '93, right through the Baltic Sea. But anyways, okay, my story about how I got my home gym, it was about 2018. The cellar was flooded because the French drain got clogged. So we had to rent the biggest dumpster you can buy. We threw away everything out of the basement. It filled up a huge dumpster. And so I went out to the local store that sold plates in my hometown. All they had was York plates. I just bought a couple of 25s. And from there, I showed a picture on Facebook of the 25 plates I bought. I didn't even have a bar yet. And so I put it on Facebook. I showed what I bought, And someone came on there and said, hey, I got a bench and a bar if you want to buy it with 300 pounds of plates. So I bought that. So then I had a bench, with the plates. And then someone donated a lat pull-down machine, which I don't have it anymore. So I got that. And then someone donated about 300 pounds more of plates, maybe more. And they dropped them off on my lawn. So then I had, 500 pounds of weights at least. So then I ordered this rickety old squat rack from Walmart. So now I had a squat rack. And then I built a deadlift platform. Yeah, Mike, I talked to him 2 days ago. He deadlifted, he squatted, I think, 315 for 6 reps or something like that. Assad, go do your female house chores, okay? And go do your chores. You need to go bake a cake with the women. So, yeah, that's what happened. And then I ended up moving to my niece's house down her basement. And had the same equipment. I bought a few more plates here and there. Then finally, about over 2 years ago, I met my fiance. Yes, he does wear panties. Assad, you wear your panties. And he's got that women roll. He's a Fafafina. That's what they call him. So I ended up moving here. I met my wonderful fiance, Kathy. She's a nurse. She's a nurse at a group home. And she let me, she had this shed, which I love it, in the shed. And someone else donated another 300 pounds. I got 945s aside now. And then I went out and I bought this rack right here. I'll show you. I'll show you the rack I bought right here. I bought this thing I got that for Christmas, the monolift. I bought this bar first, actually. Again, there's my 2 other bars. I have a 55-pound Texas squat bar over here. I bought this from Titan. I bought this bench from Titan. Now, I also have a very good commercial bench that I took apart that's over in the corner over there. There's the other part of it. I just don't have the room for it, and I don't need to have it set up right now. Got the utility bench. Someone donated these dumbbells in the dumbbell rack. Somebody donated this old school squat rack right here I have that I keep the curl bar on. and I was donated. This is a seated calf machine, old school. Sit up bench, old school hack squat. Right there. All my iron is right here. All my iron. I love iron. I'm addicted to iron. Those are all old school. Look at that old school. That's an old school York 50-pound plate right there. It's a standard plate. Standard is a small hole. Olympic. These are the Olympic plates over here and over here. Those are my Olympic plates. They have the big hole, 2-inch hole. I also have a deadlift jack, deadlift platform I built, and a Texas deadlift bar. I got well over 1,000 pounds of I have well over 1,200 pounds, $1,200 of bars. Well, probably $2,000 worth of bars. How cool does your home gym? Pretty cool. I got the AC going right now, and I have this fan right there. It's very cool in here right now, actually. I didn't, the first summer I was here, let me turn it back around. The first summer I was here, I didn't have the AC, and it was brutal in here. It was very hot. So I decided to put an AC in here. Thank you. I appreciate it, Dylan. I love all you guys that watch my videos. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's old school gym. I got my dumbbell rack is over here. This was donated. You know how much money that would cost? I got all the way up to 80-pound dumbbells. There's some Titan dumbbell handles from Titan. Those are 11 pounds each. And this rack is almost paid for. I had to take a little loan out for the rack. It's almost paid for right now. Thank you, Tan. I appreciate it. But yeah, I love the old school equipment. I love old school equipment. All you need is dumbbells and barbells, Machines are great, but actually, you know what? A friend of mine, Bert Diggins, who I went to school with, he donated the mats I have on the floor in here. There's some mats I have, and the dumbbell rack. He donated them to me, and he may give me a Smith machine. And I don't really use a Smith machine, but damn, you give me a free Smith machine, I'll take it. I don't drink either one of those. I like Diet Coke, actually. I don't. I will drink them, but I don't feel good after I drink any kind of sugary stuff. I try to stay away from that. I try to stick with the. Oh, there it goes. I am from Massachusetts, USA, southeast coast of Massachusetts. Where are you from? But yeah, I like my old school equipment. I like dumbbells and barbells. I've been using them ever since I started working out again at almost 48 years old. I worked out a little bit in my late teens, early 20s. Actually, throughout my 20s, but it was sporadically. I've always been pretty strong. Oh, okay, welcome from India. It's a great country there, great country. I hope everything works out okay with the Kashmir situation. I pray for the people over there. Yep. I think your country is pretty good. It's got a lot of big population, very beautiful people, And Hindus are very, hey, wee beanie, how's it going, buddy? The Hindu religion, very, very peaceful people, I'm not saying that you're Hindu, but a lot of them, people in India are Hindu, and it's very peaceful. My childhood doctor was from India. Dr. Chowdhury, his name was. Dr. Chowdhury. Good workout, wee beanie. Yes, I'm watching Top Gear in India. Oh, nice. Yeah, India is a great country. The Hindu religion's very, very peaceful people. I am from Massachusetts, southeast coast, New England, USA. Boston is the capital of my state. Yeah, Beanie, I had my best deadlift workout today. I pulled 530 from the floor for a double. 530 pounds for a double. Not too bad for a 57-year-old shed workout guy that works out in a shed. And I benched 395 yesterday. These are in pounds, guys. I believe the deadlift in kilograms, I looked it up, it's 241 kilograms or 240.9. So I just rounded it off, to 240.9. So I just might as well just round it off, My bicep. I don't really have much definition. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Francis. Piro. All right. So, did anybody else work out today? Niger. Okay. Well, tell him I said hi in Houston. From Houston. What does that say? My brother, stay in Houston. Too hot in Houston. Oh, he stays in Houston. Okay. Yeah, that's nice there. It's a little bit too hot for me. I lived in Florida, which is comparable to the weather in Houston. And it's really hot, It's hot. The shed looks cozy. It is cozy. Look, I got the damn I got lights everywhere in here, I got the lights over here I put in. Where is it? I would help if I turned this around, right? Lights there. Got the AC running. My iron. I got my fan going. Lights up there. I got another light up here. And then I have one there, but I don't need it. That's enough light in here right now. And then I can open the door. I can open that door if I want, Oh, nice, man. Yeah, thank you, Wee Beanie. I voted for Donald Trump. Yeah, I'm not going to... Yeah, that's who I voted for. I wouldn't vote for Kamala Harris. Boy, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want Kamala Harris. They say that Joe Biden, who the White House lied about his cognitive state. They say he got lost in the White House closet 3 times. Can you imagine that? The President of the United States got lost in the White House closet. And someone had to come and rescue him out of the fucking closet. Yeah, I think he's doing the best he can. Nothing's perfect. I don't know how about this big, beautiful bill is going to go. I think they're going to revise it in the Senate. I hope they pass most of it. Like I'd like to see, because my lady is a nurse and she works a lot of hours. So I would like them to pass a no tax on overtime, especially, and for other people out there, no tax on tips. I am very far from Houston. I don't know, probably a couple of thousand miles, maybe. Probably about 2,000. I'd have to look it up, but it's pretty far away, Yeah, I'm actually closer to Maine and New Brunswick, Canada, than Houston. That's for sure. Much closer. Yeah, it's nice in here, I got my nice house in there. There's 5 bedrooms in the house, 5 bedrooms. But what was I saying before? Oh yeah, Joe Biden, he got lost in the closet. They had to go rescue his ass in a walk-in closet. He didn't know how to get out of it. So that's not somebody I would want running the country, you know what I mean? And as far as Donald is doing, most of it I like. Most of it I won't say I like everything, Nobody's perfect. If I don't like something, I'll say it, Yeah. And Kamala Harris, no thank you. No. I don't have nothing against having a woman as president, but not that woman. She sounded like she was drunk half the time when she's talking. She sounded like she was fucked up, boy. I'll tell you. I have to go to Bond. Maybe need to do that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then look me up, buddy, and come over for a workout. I'm only about 40 miles from Boston, something like that. Not too far away. My friend Lonnie Patton came to. I never met him before in person, but we were friends on Facebook for like 7 years. And he came to Boston, and we went out to TGIF Fridays and had dinner and all that. Nice guy. Yep. He's from Mississippi. Big black American guy. Big black African American. Yeah, he's got me. He's actually doing well. He's lost a lot of weight. My friend Lonnie Patton. About the tariffs, I am kind of 50-50 with it. 50-50. I will see if it works out, it's going to really work out well for this country. If it doesn't work out, it's going to be a disaster. But it looked, he does that stuff to make deal. He's a businessman, so he's making deals. That's with these different countries, I think he made a deal with India already. Okay, you have a good night, my friend from India. Yeah, he made a deal with India already. Replied to your comment on the, oh God. I belong to this news social media, and most of the time if I say something, I get a real far left liberal on. The things I don't like about the Democratic Party, I'll tell you right now, okay? To be honest with you, I don't think men belong in women's sports. When men that are pretending to be women, the trans community, they don't belong in women's sports. Okay, I don't believe that a country should have open borders and let everybody in. Let everybody in the world in here, especially the criminals. Experience to be a president, and Donald Trump has that. Yeah, but not going to be. Yeah, I agree. That's kind of they're going to have to revise that. I guess I haven't really read much into it. Well, we'll see how that goes. I'm not an expert on tariffs. I'll be honest with you. I let the experts do that. I'm sure he's got people working on that also. I'm a sober power lifter, man. I'm not an expert on tariffs, so I'll tell you right now. But yeah, I was just saying what I don't like about the Democratic Party. I don't think men should be in women's sports. Okay, I think a lot of people can agree with that. Men don't belong in women's sports. We don't need open borders. All these criminals coming around. Joe Biden let in. He wasn't even running the country, actually. Whoops, sorry. He wasn't actually running the country. What do you think about Putin will do after Ukrainian Operation Spiderweb? Well, he already did react. I think he sent a lot of drones up there. Well, no, it's not going to be that big of a deal. That's mostly escalated by the media, the Elon Trump dispute. He's already calmed down his rhetoric, Elon. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't really, people are going to fight. Oh, well, that's life, I don't really know too much about the Indian Prime Minister. Probably, I'll have to look into it. I'm going to answer you honestly. I don't really know too much. Yeah, as long as the Prime Minister is not a far left globalist liberal, I'm fine with them. We don't want to. I'm not for the liberal far left people. No, I have a fiance. We're going to get married soon. Massachusetts, Southeast Coast, Massachusetts. Yeah, okay, so those are the things I don't really like about the Democratic Party. The cancel culture. They have something that's called cancel culture. Like renaming, destroying statues. Also supporting something like BLM, Black Lives Matter. I'm too early. I'm 57 years old, man. Yeah, you know what? He did what he did his part there. You know, very smart guy, but I think he's got a few screws loose, Wee Beanie. I'm glad he's gone too. You know, I knew that was going to happen. You got two guys like that. Okay, he's got a huge ego. Donald's got a huge ego. I knew they were going to. I was surprised it went on that long. You know. Yeah, there's no reason to go to Mars, really. What is tough between powerlifting? Blake Nick, okay. Um, I would say Olympic lifting is more of a more skill. There's a lot more skill involved and a lot of speed and athleticism. Powerlifting is mostly just brute strength, you know. You have to have. No, I have my own house that's next door. No, actually, I'm gonna open the door because I gotta get going pretty soon here. No, I live right here. That's my house right there. My vehicles. I don't live in this. This is the shed right here. That's my seat. That's my car that plays music. Yeah, it's just a man. It's a man cave, man. It's got all my iron in it. I'm about to steak and egg these. Yeah, I love steak and eggs. Sure. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I got to get going. I can't talk over that. Thank you. I'm going to get going. God bless everybody. I got a side job that I'm going to start doing. I'm building a template for an attic vent. A template, actually. I made a cardboard template because I don't have the vent with me, but I got to make a trim that goes around it. But everybody have a great night. My age, I'm 57 years old. God bless everybody. Have a good afternoon, evening, or wherever you are, whatever time it is.